Hey, it's the Nerdy Sports Fan. So, we're continuing our series of grading the 2017 NFL Draft. Conventional wisdom is that the draft, you really can't grade it until these guys have been in the league for a few years for various reasons. Um, Learning technique, better competition, they don't know how to deal with money, lots of reasons. So, now that it's a few years in, let's see how these guys did. So we're into the NFC South and onto the Buccaneers. Now, everybody loves picking the Bucs to go deep in the playoffs because of what they've done in free agency. Well, those free agents are leading a team built mostly on the backbone of a draft system that's worked out pretty well for them. So now that they finally have seemingly the coach that's the right fit in Arians, and they've got the best quarterback of all time and Tom Brady on their team, these drafted players that have been stacking this roster for a few years are finally going to get all of the credit that they've been due for some time. Because through bad coaching and bad quarterback play, people have been able to largely overlook the Buccaneers when they've had some solid players on this roster. So, 2017 draft, first round 19, number 19, pick number 19, they select O.J. Howard. At the time, man, I was desperate for my team, the Bills, to draft this guy, but they traded too far down to get him. Solid tight end. He's been hurt. He hasn't necessarily been able to consistently break into the starting lineup thanks to the presence of an already very good tight end on the roster. And I don't know. I think the guy's overvalued and overhyped. Right now, probably his best value is trade bait. But, he's viewed generally as a solid tight end. There's just not a lot to go off of, though. He's got talent, a lot of physical talent, just has not shown a lot on the field. All right, so Justin Evans, the second round pick. And if you're asking who, it's that guy that's the reason they've needed to upgrade safety. He's a bum. So, third round pick. This is where the draft gets the bulk of its value for the Buccaneers. At pick number 20, they pick up Chris Godwin. Chris Godwin is one of the top 5 wide receivers in the league right now. He's better than the other guy on the team, who was a first-round draft pick, and Mike Evans, in my mind. Godwin's fantastic. He's a fantasy football stud. He's a real football stud. Okay? He ended up being the favorite target of this offense. It's working really, really well with Arians. Arians loves his slot receiver. He's made a living making a slot receiver the guy in the offense. Okay, he did it in Pittsburgh with Hines Ward. He did it in Arizona with Larry Fitzgerald. So those are guys that are big names. And you don't really necessarily think of how much they spent time in the slot. And that's what Godwin's doing now. He's a big name guy. And he's got the talent and the size and all you need for an outside receiver, but he's being used in the slot primarily, and it's a function and a hallmark of this Arians offense, and it's doing damn good for the man right now. All right, now in the third round as well, multiple third round picks here. Pick 43, Kendall Beckwith. He's a solid, okay-ish linebacker. Linebackers don't matter. Okay, linebackers are unless they're spectacular, they're almost space fillers on the defense. You need linebackers to be good in coverage, and so few of them are. So they're there to try and tackle the running backs after the line misses them. And there's a lot of players that can do just that. So I don't know. Pick up your linebackers in the 4th and 5th round. They don't matter as much as they used to, unless the guy is the perfect linebacker where he can stop the run, he can cover, he can just cover all sorts of space, he can rush the passer. You need that kind of guy to draft him higher up. So this range is okay for an okay-ish linebacker, I guess. Doesn't matter. All right. So after that, nobody else is on the team. Nobody else is in the damn league anymore. So 5th round pick, Jeremy McNichols, running back out of Boise, doesn't matter. 7th round pick, 5th pick in the 7th round, Steve Tui Kolavatu. I don't think I butchered that. Either way, the defensive tackle out of USC, no longer in the league. Doesn't matter. So this draft boils down to a meh linebacker, a bum of a safety, really talented tight end that hasn't really been effective on the field. Could be a function of what the offense has asked of him, sure. But at this point, his best value is trade bait. And an absolutely phenomenal wide receiver in Chris Godwin. So there's a hell of a lot of value at the Chris Godwin selection. And I like O.J. Howard as a player. I really do. It's just in their current formation, considering they just added Rob Gronkowski, I don't know where he fits. If you can get good trade bait for him, great. If you can't, you lose value there. So this draft, if you're just looking at talent, B+. For what they're using it right now, C-. Because Godwin's it. Let me know what you guys think. Hit me up in the comments. Like and subscribe if you enjoy the content. And if you're looking for any of the video game content, which most people weren't, but either way, that's at the Nerd Sports Fan. I know, clever, right? Broadcasting on Twitch under that handle, as well as a YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.